Hey everyone, I'm Alyssa Granlund and I am the founder of ReaderCrate, and it is my favorite time of the month. This is when we get to decide to, or we get to do a live to unbox the crate for everybody. So I am just going to pull up my here we go. I just want to make sure that I cover everything with you. All right. So here is the crate, the Reader Crate box. And these were all just delivered to everybody. I checked shipping and I can see that everybody has received it. So we're going to unbox. All right. So unboxing the March Reader Crate. And this month, the theme was grounds for suspicion. So where the coffee is bold, the clues are sharper than ever, and everyone has a motive. So if you're hopping on live, say hello in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. And if you've already received your crate, don't spoil it yet. I'm going to go through everything. Now, for those of you who are new here, Reader Crate is a monthly mystery themed book crate. And each month I choose great cozy mysteries from wonderful authors and I pair them with fun, cozy treats that help create kind of the perfect reading night or that add a little bit of coziness to your home or your bookshelf or whatever. It's all about kind of that whole cozy thing that we're all looking for. And now there are 3 membership levels for Reader Crate, depending on how many books you'd like in your crate. So if you're interested, you can go to readercrate.com, readercrate.com, and you can see all the levels, but we've got a 1-book, a 2-book, and a 3-book crate. All right, so before we start opening it, tell me in the comments, are you a coffee or a tea drinker when you sit down with a mystery? And if you're here, I would just love to hear from you, where you're tuning in from, and certainly play along. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this month's crate. Okay, the theme was grounds for suspicion because coffee and mysteries just belong together, in my opinion. I love coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I love tea too, but I've got to have my coffee every day, just 1 cup, but I've got to have it every day. So you know the vibe. Warm drink, cozy book, maybe a snack nearby, and trying to figure out who the sleuth is before we get to the end. All right, so let's open it up. Okay, so I've got everything out of the crate here to show to you. And before I do that, I want to know, do you read 1 book at a time or do you have several going at once? Let me know in the comments, okay? All right, so the first book in the crate this month was Up in Fangs by Beverly Rearick. So this one has the right mix of mystery and also a little supernatural intrigue. So if you enjoy paranormal cozy mysteries with kind of a quirky characters and magical twists, you're going to enjoy this one. And if you're so you can get this book on Amazon. If you're not a member of the crate, you can find it there. But everybody who gets the crates also gets, most of our books are signed by the authors. So this one was signed by Beverly, and that was book number 1. Book number 2 was Bells, Tales, and Murder by Kathy Manos Penn. Okay, there's Kathy's signature. This one is set in a charming village, and it features animal companions who help solve the mystery. So if you love cozy mysteries with pets and small town charm, this one is a really fun read too. All right. And if you don't like paranormal, that's okay. You can just let me know, and then I will not put paranormals in your crate. Okay. And our 3rd book is The Deep End, and this one is by Julie Mulhern. So Julie is a USA Today best-selling author, and this series is set in kind of that glamorous world of the 1970s country club. So think vintage fashion, social intrigue, and plenty of secrets. So, and of course, we've got a signature from Julie in there too. So this was a great book. So 3 stories and 3 sleuths and endless suspicion. Okay, so if you were solving a mystery, which role would you be? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear. Would you be the detective? Would you be a researcher? Would you be the snack provider? Would you be the person watching the suspects? Tell me in the comments. If you comment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a couple days, but I'll come back and on this video, whoever comments, I'm going to put into my little prize meter and I'm going to pick a winner and send you a free, a little something out of the crate. Okay. So let's get to the swag section because that's what's really fun too in the crates is reader goodies. Okay. And this is really fun. It's one of my favorite things to choose is figuring out the theme and then finding things that fit the theme that are fun within our budget and trying to maximize the spend so that I can get you the best stuff. Okay. So first we have this beautiful mini Tic Tac coffee board. Now these boards are so cute. They're wood and the little Tic Tac toe things are wood. And I just imagine playing this with my granddaughter. I have 4 grandkids and 1 on the way. So I just imagine playing this with her. There's a little bag too that comes with it to store it afterwards. But I can just see playing this with Paige. I know she would love it. And I just want to leave it on my coffee table to play with, whenever. So these are handcrafted. They're maple and they're cherry, and they were from Birch House Games and Gifts. And I knew when I started ReaderCrate that one of the months I wanted to include this because Birch House Gifts, what they do, what I love about this company is they give back. And any leftover wood from their games gets turned into these positive affirmation keychains that are donated to kids in the foster system. So here's a couple of them. So make today great. Here's another one, create your best life. I think I am a big lover of motivational quotes. In fact, when I first started, I'm a real estate agent and I have been a real estate agent for about 37 years. And when I first started, I was pretty young and scared. And so I remember my cubby, I had motivational quotes surrounding the whole thing that I clipped out and pinned up on the cubby. So I feel that they really have a big impact on positive mental attitude, which is so important when you work in a hard industry like real estate or really anything for that matter. So I love this because it's beautiful and it supports a really meaningful cause. So I knew that I wanted to have that in the crate. So that was one of the things in the crate. Next, we have this really fun mug mat. So this is a little coaster, but what's cool about it is when you place your warm mug on it, it releases a really cozy aroma, kind of cinnamon. It's very light, but it's really, really fun. And it also protects your table and you can throw it in the washing machine. And of course, it had a cute little cat on it, which I thought was so cute because on my crates, I have a cat. You can see right there. And part of the logo for the crate is these cute cats because they're, in a lot of cozy mysteries, there are cats. And now I personally have a dog, but I have had a cat and I love them. And my daughter has 2 cats. So anyway, I just thought the cat was so cute on here. So that's why I picked that. And it smells really good. It's not too strong. It's just right. Kind of like a nice little crushed up cinnamon stick. It's real spices that are in there. All right. The next thing that we put in for fun were these little beanies, coffee flavors. And they are unique. Like this one, well, this is just very vanilla, and this one is creamy caramel. So these ones are just, kind of your normal coffee flavors. But there were some that were buttered popcorn. There were just some kind of funny, funky ones too. And so each one is just a single cup of coffee. So we put a couple of those in there. And then to go along with that, I threw in a couple coffee stir sticks. So one is vanilla and there was caramel and there was a mocha one. So these, you just put them in your coffee to sweeten it up a little bit if you like that. And lastly, of course, we needed a snack. So this is my very, very favorite popcorn. It is Amish popcorn. And I love this package because it doesn't make too much. It's just maybe a quart saucepan, I think. It says it's 4 servings. I think it's more like 2. Well, depends how much you like popcorn, but it's really, really good and really easy because everything's in here. You just snip off the top, put it in your pan, and shake it up, and it's so good. So it's pre-packaged. It's coconut oil and butter and salt. It's so good. All you do is drop it in your popper, and you've got the perfect mystery night snack. So, another question, and I'd love it if you could answer this in the chat. Do you snack while you read? Let me know. And if you do, what's your snack of choice? All right, so that is everything that was in the crate this month. So grounds for suspicion. So you set your board, you warm your mug, and you choose your first suspect, right? So which book from this crate would you open first? I want to know in the chat. So there is Up in Fangs. That would be number 1. Bells, Tales, and Murder. That's number 2. Or The Deep End. Number 3. Put the number in the comments. And while you're answering that, I want to give you a little sneak peek at next month's crate. Okay. So April's crate the theme is Petals and Peril. Okay. Because in cozy mystery towns, even the prettiest gardens can hide secrets. And one of the things that I found for this crate really completely stopped me in my tracks. It is a beautiful piece of floral artwork that was created by an artist named Jessica at the Friendship Heart Gallery in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So this gallery supports artists with intellectual disabilities and autism, and it gives them a place to create and share their work with the world. Okay, but it isn't just, a heartfelt reason. When I saw this piece, it is so precious that I couldn't resist putting it in the crate. It is beautiful and it supports a really meaningful cause. So Jessica, she attends the art classes twice a week, and she works with acrylics, and she creates both abstract and realistic landscapes. And the colors and the texture in her work are just really incredible. And so I'm an amateur artist. I love watercolors and pottery, and I love trying all kinds of art. And so I just felt really inspired by it. And a portion of the proceeds for when I purchased the artwork go back to the gallery to help support their mission of encouraging creativity and artistic expression. So this special piece is going to be in the April Reader Crate, along with the Cozy Mysteries and also some additional really, really cool surprises. I wish I could tell you everything, but part of the fun of it is having it be a surprise. So if this seems like something that you would enjoy, then you can reserve the April Crate right now at readercrate.com so that you don't miss out. Okay. I would love to have you be a part of our community. Not only do I send out a crate at the beginning of the month, every month, but also I do 3 author interview lives that if you enjoy hearing people talk about their craft, then you would enjoy that. And those are on Thursday nights, usually around 7:00 Central Time. All right, friends. So thank you for joining me for this unboxing, and tell me in the comments which crate or which book from the crate would you start with first? Okay. And I'd love to have you join my community. You can learn more at readercrate.com. So happy reading and happy sleuthing. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.